Like the video and subscribe right now, and Seal Papa will let you pet him. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Reminder that diabetes is a made-up illness doctors use to shame women for their weight and take their money. Diabetes was created to shame women. Fix your grammar first. Your is the right spelling, hun. Jeff thinks windmills are fans that cause wind. Enough with the wind already. Ever since they installed all those big fans up on the hill, it's become even windier. Whose bright idea was that? I've noticed when they are off, we get a nice calm spell. Please turn them off at least on weekends. Found 320-year-old silver today in the Netherlands. Once again, silver is not magnetic, so no, you didn't. The Bible was written entirely by the greatest American who ever lived, Jesus. Have fun getting out of this one though. See that middle section? It's an emergency exit door. Any bacteria, virus, or parasite that is smaller than 1 inch is not going to do anything to your body. Christian, you know an inch is like 2.54 centimeters, right? Pretty big bacteria, almost like a pet. Wrong mask order. Hello. I ordered a dozen custom masks from you. However, you only sent me 12. I really needed them all. I would like a refund please, and I will no longer support your business. I try to support Black RM business, but you guys continue. Rip people off. US woman orders a dozen masks then complains only 12 delivered. A woman demanded a refund from a Minnesota-based business owner for the delivery of only 12 face masks instead of a dozen. In screenshots of the email chain between the two that was posted on Twitter by another user, it was revealed that the woman thought dozen was pronounced dubzen, where dub is slang for 20. How's my time? It took you 365 days again. Sweet, at least I keep beating Mars. 2020 was a leap year. It actually took us a little more to rotate. Still funny though. No, it didn't. It takes 365.25 days every single time to do one full. If you know how to paint, charge $50 per room. Paint 10 rooms per month. That's $100,000 per year. Anybody remember when Dr. Bill Gates created computer viruses, then sold Remedy? Wonder if you could do that same thing for humans. No one remembers that. The first computer virus was created by a pair of brothers who ran a computer store in Pakistan in 1986. The first Microsoft developed antivirus program was bundled free as part of DOS 6.0 in 1993. I'm not aware of any time Microsoft has sold an antivirus program. It's always been an included, and until recently pretty inferior, component of their operating systems. It is extremely hard to get pregnant. You can only get pregnant one day in a whole month. It is ovulation day, I guess, if I remember correctly. And if you take birth control pill you are 200% safe. I know some people are going to disagree, and I'm not trying to start an argument, but why is it they have a special month even days out of the year for certain groups to celebrate their sexuality, race, certain beliefs, but Christians don't get anything? And I'm not judging at all, because I love everyone, and accept everyone as they are. I'm just curious. Are Christmas, Easter, Christmas vibes take up like half the year and Christ is literally in the name? 15 times 4 divided by 2 is the same regardless of the order you do it in. I genuinely hope you go back to school. What do you think the answer to that equation is then? And if you can't spell, then why? Try to prove something? Wow. I was genuinely expecting some justification to you thinking 15 times 4 divided 2 doesn't equal 30 regardless of the order of operations. Instead, I now have material for my own post on this sub. Women shouldn't be allowed an opinion on sporting matters. You're an idiot. You're. Image prediction. Pineapple. Confidence. 99.3%. Electricity is a mystery. No one has ever observed it, or heard it, or felt it. We can see and hear and feel only what electricity does. We know that it makes light bulbs shine and irons heat up and telephones ring. But we cannot say what electricity itself is like. We cannot even say where electricity comes from. Some scientists think that the sun may be the source of most electricity. Others think that the movement of the earth produces some of it. All anyone knows is that electricity seems to be everywhere and that there are many ways to bring it forth. How would you have to change the way you get ready for school if you did not use electricity? The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven. The lightnings lightened the world. The earth trembled and shook. Psalm 77:18. My wife, why don't you sell some of your Luna so you can realize a win? Me, you know how many wives told their husbands to sell Amazon at $100? My wife, that's not the same thing. Me, you're right, it's bigger. My wife, when are you selling some of your crypto? Me, never. My wife, what do you mean? Me, why would I sell when I can borrow against an asset that appreciates exponentially? My wife, so when are you selling? Me, she has no idea how much I've just spent on Luna and Rune. If she did, she'd leave me. Cheers. Feeling sick to my stomach. Like literally, want to puke. Never did I ever think this would happen. Duck. The closest evolutionary relative of humans is a penguin, the only other bipedal vertebrate with a vertical spine. Humans evolved from flightless birds and our resemblance with primates is entirely convergent evolution. There is nothing that makes me rage more than people who throw cigarette butts out the window. Cigarette butts are biodegradable and not considered littering. Grow up. Literally the first article that shows up when you Google whether cigarette butts are biodegradable. All it took was one simple search, yet you choose to look stupid and like a prick. No, cigarette butts are not biodegradable. The butt of a cigarette is primarily the filter, made of a type of plasticized cellulose acetate. It does not readily biodegrade. That does not mean it will persist whole in the environment forever though, as sunlight will degrade it and break it into very small particles. These small pieces do not disappear but wind up in the soil or swept in water, contributing to water pollution. Cigarette butts are hazardous waste. Many toxic compounds have been found in measurable concentrations in cigarette butts including nicotine, arsenic, lead, copper, chromium, cadmium and a variety of polyaromatic hydrocarbons, PAHs. Several of these toxins will leach into water and affect aquatic ecosystems, where experiments have shown that they kill a variety of fresh water. Why Pakistan should be on every solo female traveler's bucket list. Are you mixed? Yee. So black? No, I'm Asian and white. So you're not mixed. Cause you're white. What? No, I'm still two races. Yeah, but you're white. That's not what mix means. If you're not black, how are you mixed? Take that shit out your BO. Are you black? Mixed race means mixed race. I'm mixed between Asian and white. White is a race, you know. Mixed is black and Asian. Mixed just means mixed race. You can't be mixed and white. That's why you find a partner who has the same sexual compatibility, especially if they are not vanilla. I hope you didn't just refer to white people as vanilla, which means if you were talking to a white person about black people, you old Sir Chocolate. Why did race even get brought into this? Not you trying to make excuses for cheating for Shreks and not knowing vanilla is a Shrek term in this context. I suggest you actually educate yourself on what causes cancer. Hint, not the sun. What the duck? If I'm gay, and I don't want to be, I can just not be gay. That is how it works. Poisonous snakes and insects inhabit the area. Since you're now worth 188 billion, you could give every single person on Earth 1 billion and still own 180 billion. Or donate to fix the world's pollution, hunger, and poverty problems. Too greedy, I imagine. Or too concerned with living on Mars. If being gay is normal, then why aren't there gay animals? Mentioned you in a comment. You can discriminate someone because of their race, but racism has a deeper meaning. It is not as simple as you think it is. No. She will just cheat on you with Chad. Unless you are at least 6 feet tall and or 8/10 plus facial, it's pointless to try. Rough day, friend? No, I just know how women behave. I've never even talked to a girl in real life. The Confederate flag was already a thing even before slavery was a thing in the US, so I don't see a problem with the Confederate flag. If you read a history book, you'll see that slavery was not the main cause for the Civil War. White hippie culture is me offering sunblock to a girl I'm working at a festival with and her replying no thanks. The chemicals in that stuff are how the government gives you cancer while rolling a cigarette. Using is a white supremacist giveaway. We get it, sir. You think you're descended from uber white Vikings. This is a letter in Norwegian alphabet and the first letter in my name. Nope, cause it's not a German brand. BMW is a German owned company. Nope, it's European. Imagine if a woman had to orgasm in order to get pregnant by a man. There would be like 11 people in the world. Technically the vaginal orgasm has to occur to become pregnant. A clitoral orgasm just helps with the process. I don't understand genetics or adoption, so I'm going to harass your family. Hello neighbor. Couldn't help but notice that your son doesn't look like you. Interesting. Don't think it's possible for you to birth a white baby. Please send documentation that he is yours to my number below, or police will be called. Thanks. Why do people like to mention Canada's free healthcare system? If it's so good, then why do they all come here and use our doctors and our resources and bail and leave us the tab on it? I think hospitals need to refuse service to Canadians who are here on visit, and if not, put a flat charge up front. $200 sounds fair to me. Free healthcare is not a good thing because it allows doctors to decline helping you for any reason, which is why they always come to the US. Menstruation is called period because back in the day, when women's bodies weren't as polluted, all it was a tiny dot. What's the best test to see if a man is prostate cancer free? Everyone always has some cancer to some degree, including prostate cancer. It's the diagnosis and misunderstanding of cancer itself as an enemy, foreign invader or something that needs to be fought that is the real danger. Cancer is a healing mechanism that help the body adjust to, adapt to, and tolerate various suboptimal lifestyle inputs. Embrace all health ailments. Learn from them. Don't war against them. The moon is the more useful than the sun, since it gives us light during the night, when it is dark. The sun shines only in the daytime, when it is light anyway. School shootings in France since 2000. 2. School shootings in the US since 2000. 230 plus. School shootings in France 2021. 0. School shootings in the US 2021. 28. One is a country with 300 million people and a short yet fairly stable history. The other is not even a real country, but basically a province of a European superstate. It doesn't even have its own currency. Piranhas have literally never killed a human. Okay, now you're just being dumb. They kill hundreds every year. You really shouldn't call people dumb when you fail to Google the fact you are making up. Try and find one example of people being killed by piranhas. It's sad that even in today's age with technology, ignorant mother duckers like you still have false beliefs when it takes 3 seconds to find out. A documented list of all known piranha attacks, piranha victims. Yep, it only took me 3 seconds. I had a weird conversation with a grown man a few years ago where he thought it was gross women have to put a tampon in their butt. I tried correcting him and he replied, "I'm pretty good at anatomy, dude. I know how it works and that's not it." I have often bragged that I'm immune to poison ivy after getting a really bad case of it years back. 2 days ago I walked fearlessly through a patch of it because I'm immune. It turns out I'm not immune. Is immunity to poison ivy even a thing? Why didn't anyone ever correct me? Has everyone just been playing along waiting for this moment? If that's the case, well played. No, because cancer is just a large amount of mucus in a particular part of your body. Detox. I would recommend fruits and veggies, along with sea moss and bladrock, and lots of distilled water. You're sure that's the right word? Like, 80% sure. Yeah. Print it. Amphibious picture makes debut. Nobody has ever died from having children. Please don't use calculator, use your brain. 50 plus 10 times 0 plus 7 plus 2 equals. If you don't say 0, relearn math. We do not have propaganda in America. Propaganda is what they use in communist countries. We can choose what to believe in America because we are free. It's sad what propaganda has made you become. Maybe what's made all of us become. Public health is not a political stance. We are about to find out who's right in the states that are opening up. You might wanna look up the definition again, sir. Just saw a segment on the news telling you that a recent study has found bits of plastic in the bloodstream of humans for the first time in history. Wow. How in the world could that happen, you ask? This is how scientists explain it. They say we ingest about a credit card worth of plastic each year in our foods and bottled water. The weird thing about that is, if you ingest plastic, your body will get rid of it through the natural process. The only way to get plastic into your bloodstream is if it is injected. What is the one thing that's been injected recently? The Ovid vax. Come on, England. That's Germany, you don. Richard Branson's spaceflight cost about $1.5 billion. Instead, he could have given every American $1 million. Let's play a game. Type truth or dare and a random person in comments will choose what to do. Featured comment. Said Swede. A Shrekshul guy. I wish I had a girlfriend. A Shrekshul guy finally gets a girlfriend. Let's have Shreks. A Shrekshul guy. Good idea. Let's watch Shrek. If you want to be featured in the next video, use hashtag dankness.